Beyond the Crimson Wire is brought to you by the Body Count Network. For links to our valued sponsors and show notes, visit the Body Count Network on YouTube. The Body Count exists to empower those who are invested in the pursuit of justice, because when sleuths unite, secrets die.
This show contains adult language, mature themes, and discussions of violence, abuse, and injustice. Listener and viewer discretion is advised. So when my husband was murdered by a man already out on parole for a violent crime, I hated the whole system. I thought prison reform was just people making excuses for monsters. But then I watched the Alabama Solution and I met Danny. And I saw how deep the corruption really runs, how the same system that failed me and my boys is failing people behind these walls too. That's when everything shifted and I realized you can stand for victims and still call out a system that's broken and cruel. Because if justice isn't fair for everyone, it's not justice at all. Hello, I'm Misty Lanier.
I'm Callie Lyons.
And I am Danny Dandridge, and this is Beyond the Crimson Wire.
Okay, so Danny, welcome again. We are doing this for our second episode of Danny's Truth, Part 2. Get us started. Pick back up where you were. I think you were where you had gotten arrested. So talk to us. Tell us what happened.
Yeah, so I ended up getting arrested, and I was charged with three accounts of attempted murder, and I made bond on the 3 accounts of attempted murders at the age of 18. And that started when I got bigger with the white collar scam that I had going on, and I ended up getting busted for that. They seized a lot of my cars and motorbikes and everything. And also, I pulled the article up, so I sent it to you, or one of them, because it's more than one article of all the stuff that they seized. It's more than one.
Yeah.
And some of it in the article, they got my age wrong. They got my they got my
Callie.
age wrong in the article. Yep. Because they got me older than what I was when it happened. So, but yeah.
You know,
And I'll point out some stuff.
That's a very simple process right there, isn't it, Callie, to get correct information, and they don't. It happens all the time. Don't it, Callie?
It happens a lot. That's actually the main reason I became a journalist and interested in true crime. I observed what happened in the aftermath of a crime, and I saw how many details they got wrong, and I thought, I think I could do that.
And also, in the article, it was stuff that I got charged with that's not in the article because they kept it. So so a lot of stuff that they didn't put in there that I know they got it, but they kept it and they didn't put it in there. And it's crazy, man. It's all that happened.
That happens.
But yeah, I ended up getting arrested for that. And when I tell you, that's when my life beginning to change again. You know, because now I'm a young man, a young black guy.
22 years old.
That been doing 22 years old, a career criminal, because I've been committing acts at the age of 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all the way up to this point.
Right.
That's prime example of a career criminal. So the charges that they gave me was, of course, the 3 attempted murders, possession of forged instrument times 3. That's where I was printing checks up. 3 or 4 of them receiving stolen property.
Wow.
And theft for property. It was probably the same, 3 or 4 of them. You know, so I had a lot of charges, but they summed it in, and I was a 10-time felon. So it was actually more charges, but like I said, they kept some of this stuff that they seized. And so it was like it equivalent to 10. So I was 10 charges. So I was a 10-time felon at the age of 22 years old. And so I entered the county jail. So when I entered the county jail, I was on the 9th floor in Birmingham, Jefferson County Jail. Judge sentenced me, but then he retired because it was like a big case. It was real big. It was a big case because I was so young and everything they seized, and it was all over the news, all over the TV. You know, everybody in the city talking about it, and
Yeah.
so
So
yeah,
you did
Mike.
go to trial then?
Well, I'm gonna get to that.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry.
Michael McCormick was my judge. That's the
Okay.
judge who sent me that had.
Not to
And
interrupt you,
so
but we have pulled, you know, we talked about it. We FOIA'd and we have a lot of things that are coming in because we're getting
okay,
all of
yeah,
your
yeah,
records.
okay. Mm-hmm.
Not from you. I'm just saying for the audience.
yeah,
He's telling the truth.
And so, oh yeah. And then we gonna bring people in that my family and friends and stuff that grew up with me that witness all this right here,
Right.
and I want them to speak also and get a view of what they seen and how it was also.
Right.
Yeah, everything is
Every bit
is
of it.
You're a
real.
brave man, Danny. You're a brave man. I would not want
Yeah.
I
that.
agree.
Yeah, thank you. It's like I really didn't have no choice. Because at the age I was at, and when you're a child, you only go by what you hearing and seeing, and you learn from it. You know what I'm saying? And you catch on to stuff. Kids catch on to stuff fast.
Right. They do.
And so
That's
yeah.
what
So when I
happened to
entered the
you
county jail,
in your
yeah,
environment.
that's right. Yep. I became a
A
product of
product
my
of your
environment.
environment.
Usually that's how it usually happens.
It
You
is.
know,
It is.
and yeah,
And that's something you're trying to
and
change now for the youth. And
yeah,
that's amazing.
that's right.
While
That's right. I
while
have changed my life. I
you
have.
have and you're trying
Yeah.
to change that for the
Mhm.
youth as well, so that what
That's
happened
right.
to you, what you were, you know, put in because of your environment,
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
trying to change that for the youth, and I think that's just amazing, while the governor and everybody else is trying to take it away.
Exactly. And I'm passionate about it too, because I don't want them kids to grow up like I did,
No.
and have to, experience Alabama deadly prisons. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And that's why I'm so passionate about helping the youth. Use my experience to help them see a better way of life.
Right.
Yeah, and I was, like I said, I entered the county jail, the 9th floor. That's the violent floor. In the Jefferson County, 8th and 9th is the violent offender floor. And so, man, it was okay for me, even though a lot of fighting and stuff was going on the 9th floor, because you only dealing with violent offenders. That's all up there. Everybody up there got murder cases, attempted murders, robbery cases, capital murder cases, stuff like this. And so it's a lot of violence going on. But for me, it was a little different because I was known, and my whole charge and everything came on the TV. So we stand in front of the TV, my face pop up on the TV. You know what I'm saying? My face pop up on there. Now everybody in the block, like, oh man, that's him right there. That's him right here.
That's you.
And so,
I've
yeah,
always
it wasn't nobody coming at me or nothing like that. Now it was more like,
nice.
dude, yeah, them guys was like fascinated by, like, wow, man, you had that. And cause they had all my cars lined up like on the
Like
showroom
they were
floor.
showing it on the
They oh man,
God,
they had it made up real good. They had all the cars lined up on the showroom floor. They
crazy.
had the motorbikes and had my bikes and right there in front. They had all the cars in the back. Lord have mercy.
Oh, so you come in with like king status then?
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
look at me because there I am on the TV.
yeah. Well, I actually
Wow.
wasn't saying that, but it was
It was
there.
true.
It was there because I'm finna go spend time in prison.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm feeling different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was actually coming in as king status because they showing everything that I had.
Yeah.
But I'm still like, man, I'm finna go to prison.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so the whole block, I was getting a lot of support. I was getting a lot of support. A lot of people were sending me money. You know what I'm saying? The officers was coming in, calling me out there. Man, how you do that? Man, you had all that stuff. Man, you know, if you had that, we know it's more. We know it's more. That's where I'm like, man, if it was, you think I would tell y'all? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Wow.
So
That's something.
then it was one officer, he was like, hey man, he said, I'm telling you what, man, all them rims you have in them cars, man, can you help me get some rims? Come
I'm
on,
in
man.
prison. I'm in jail.
come
What
on.
are you talking about? Lord.
Hey,
Lord.
I mean, cause they think, I guess they trying to pick me, cause they think I still got a lot of stuff. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? You know, they was like, well,
Oh, this
we
is
know
since
you
you've
got
been
more.
out?
No, that was when I first
This
got
is when you
arrested.
first got arrested.
Right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
in their minds, you've got a warehouse and a pipeline for moving
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So that's how they put it. I'm in the county jail with a locked bond. I can't get out. You know what I'm saying?
And they want you to go get them some
I got
rims
a locked
though while
bond.
you in there.
They wanted me to make a phone call and set something
Oh.
up for them where they can get
Oh my
you know what I'm saying? But I ain't finna do that. Man, come on. I'm
Wow.
ready. Come on, I ain't finna do that. But yeah, that's how it was in the county. And it was some young guys in there, man. And actually one of the young guys that was in there, I still talk to him now. And
Today?
we gonna interview him today. Today.
Till today.
And I'm
You said today. That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Is he out of the system?
he out of the system.
Good.
We communicate. He called me. I called him, check on him. You know, he check on me right now. And he was young. He was like, I was 22. He was 17.
He
And
was
he didn't
17 when
have
he was in Jefferson County.
the county jail.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
On the 9th floor, you know, for violent offense.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get him, good friend of mine, you know, to this day. I'm gonna get him, he gonna speak, he gonna talk what he seen and witnessed also.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was looking out for him, you know, because I seen he wasn't getting money in. He was a young guy, you know, and it's always been in my heart. Even when I was in my foolishness and I was, you know, breaking the law and doing that, I always was the type of guy that want to help you.
Yeah.
You know, that's just always been in my heart. You know what I'm saying? Even, you know, like I said, to this day, but even when I was in my foolishness, I still was helping people. You know, yeah,
That's
and
in
I
your
was looking
heart.
out
That's
for
in
him.
your
I was,
nature. That's your nature.
exactly.
Even then.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you just one more thing about that.
Man.
So your entry into you come in as the king, you have a certain amount of privilege. Is this the first time in your life that you experienced that?
Yeah.
Whoa.
At that extent. Now I had like been to, I think, juvenile, and I never did no juvenile time because I never got caught doing that in my juvenile. But at this particular time, me and a good friend of mine was together, and we had like some marijuana on us, and they got us and took us to family court to scare us, and had our moms to come pick us up. That's all that was.
Well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was.
But so basically,
yeah.
up till this, this is it. Your first, they got you in for everything. And it was literally your first time being in county jail or facing prison, any of that. It's pretty scary.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, I know that you were okay there, but because of your surroundings and what you faced growing up and everything. But how do I put this? But honestly, were you scared? Were you scared entering the county, and were you scared from the county to prison? Okay.
Yeah. Even though I wasn't scared that nobody gonna attack me, but it's just the fear of me leaving my family.
I can imagine.
That's the fear I had. I wouldn't worry about nobody attack me because I mean what I've been through, I don't fear no man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna defend myself some kind of way. So I wasn't scared like nobody gonna attack me, but I did have fear of leaving the streets and leaving my kids and my family behind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did your brother give you any advice going into that situation?
Yeah, he did. He did. He did. He did. Cause let me rewind just a little bit. Cause when I got busted, remember in the first episode when I said I spreaded the cars out. I had some at my mother's house. I had some at my brother's house. And I had some at my girlfriend's mother's house. They hit all three of them houses.
I got it
back
all.
to back. So when they got, like I said, they had already been watching me. So when they got me in Forestdale, they hit my mama house, took calls from there. They hit my girlfriend mama house, took calls from there. Then they ran up in my brother's house and took calls from there. So I'm on the phone. When I get to the county, I call my mom. My mom tell me, hey, they all in my house right now.
It's gone.
I'm on the phone with her. Yeah. They all up in the house. Yeah. Searching rooms, all in the backyard where I had the cars at, all that.
Yeah.
And then she said, you need to call your brother right now. So when I called my brother said, man, they had a whole nother task in his house.
At the same time.
Seizing cars. Yep. Yeah, they hit all on back to back. Yep. So I ain't called my girlfriend mother house because she was in the county jail with me.
Your girlfriend was.
They took her to jail too. Remember
the girlfriend.
I said, yeah, they took her to jail too. Yeah. So then that's when they gave her a bond, but they didn't give me no bond. They gave her a bond, so I had my people, my family, to come make her bond and get her out. So we got her out. And then I was able to call and talk to her. And then that's when I found out, hey, they ran up in my mama's house. She told me they ran up in my mom's house. They took all the cars. They searched my mom, all this stuff. I'm like, God, dog, Lord have mercy. You know, so so this case was high profile now.
It was
Because of my
huge.
age.
Right.
Yes.
And
it was high profile.
I asked you in the first episode, what other agencies? And you were like, just the county. And I was like, that's huge for the county.
It was the county. It was the county that came got me, but you had Birmingham with them too. You know, the Birmingham Police Department with them too. So it was deputies in the county, and because I was staying where I was staying at was in the county.
Right.
Part where I was staying at. So the county came with Birmingham. You know what I'm saying? That was deep. That was deep. And when they got me, they put me in an undercover car. Let me tell you, where I was staying at, it was like one way in, because you got to go through it and one way out, because you got to go through a gate. Now, this is when I got busted for all the cars and stuff. And when I get home, they had already, because I didn't go home that night. So when I get home the next day, that morning, they had already been in my house. My house was tore up. They had already got my girl.
Oh, you didn't know?
They had already got my girl.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
they had. Yeah. So they already got her. They waiting on me to come.
For you to come.
So when I get there and I'm like, what the? I go to calling her phone. She not answering. I blowing her phone up. Don't nobody answer. Call her mama. Don't nobody. At this time, they haven't hit the mama house. At this time, they were just not getting us.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get no answer. So I said, man, I'm finna go and look for it now.
Did you think that you had been raided, or did you think that someone come in and burglarized a home? You didn't know.
I ain't know. Was the police or somebody was just trying to rob us? I ain't know.
Interesting.
I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I seen some stuff was missing though. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't know was the police or some burglars. So yeah, somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I go down, get in my truck. I'm finna go and look for it. When I pull to the corner, I look to my right and I see a whole lot of police right there. Then I look to my left where you enter. Where you exit. And it's a roadblock right there. Now, and they got my girl. Look. They got my girlfriend sitting in an undercover car right there too. But I don't know because I can't, it's got 10 on it. So all these police, I'm like, what the? Listen, I say to myself, Lord have mercy, boy, they finna get somebody. They finna get me.
Oh my gosh.
So look, I said, Lord have mercy, they finna get somebody. I'm looking at all these police. So when I pull out, that's when they come from the front and the back, surround they cars, then they jump out the car. draw down on me, you know what I'm saying? So now they got my whole Suburban locked with guns. And I'm looking around and I got all the doors locked so they can't get in there in the truck. So I'm looking around like, what the hell?
What
You
is
know what I'm
going
saying?
on?
I'm looking at, yeah. So I had a 357 with a pistol grip handle on it. With I wasn't charged with it because they kept it. Then I wasn't a convicted felon at that time, so it would have been a possession of a firearm.
Right.
If they would have charged me with it anyway.
So they didn't
Because I
charge you
wasn't a
with it.
convicted felon.
Gotcha.
They didn't even charge. They kept it. They kept it. And so I go and unlock the door. They snatched me out the Suburban and they put me in a carpool. They put me in an undercover car, and then another car pull up, and then white guy he got out the car. He was like he said, I came here personally to see you and to ask you. He said, first, you know who I am? I said, no, sir, I don't know who you. Nah, I don't know you. He said, I'm Jan Whitworth. I'm the chief, of Jefferson County. He said, I came here personally to ask you, is you out your goddamn mind?
Oh my gosh.
That's what he
Now
Wow.
this is
said.
just
You can't.
this is just for the white collar at this moment.
On bond. I'm on bond for 3 attempted murders.
Oh, so you're already
This in
out on bond.
2002.
Okay, hold on.
I've been on bond for 4 years.
That's right. So 4 years ago, when you were 19,
Yeah, I've been on bond for 4 years.
what? So
that was 18.
You were 18. Okay.
And I was 18. That was in 98. In 98, that's when I caught the attempted murders. I was 18. When I got busted for the white collar, I was 22. That was in 2002.
Okay.
Wow.
So I'm on bond for the 3 attempted murders.
Okay.
And I get busted for the white collar act.
So here's my question, and this is huge. This is just something we'll talk about later on. So you're out on a violent offense.
Yes.
But on bond, but they don't give you a bond, which obviously because you're already out on bond. But that's why they didn't give you a bond for the. Okay. I'm with you.
Plus, remember, I was taking attempted murders to trial.
Okay, continue.
So when they got me for that, they took me to a precinct right there in Allenville because I was in Forest there and it was county. Before they took me to the county jail, they took me to a precinct. Now, like I said, when I got home, my house was tore up. I still don't know they got my girlfriend. I still don't know this until we get to the precinct in Allenville. So when we get to the precinct in Allenville, they had me in a cell. That's when I see them bring my girlfriend in. I'm like, what the hell?
At this point, had you said, hey, I'm not speaking, y'all have a lawyer, which is what everybody, even if you're innocent,
see, I ain't at the county jail yet. I'm at a precinct.
Okay.
Allensville.
Okay.
I don't want to talk to y'all, period. So when they took me to the county jail, that's when I called my lawyer. So when they took me the precinct is not the county jail. That's just like a police precinct. They'll take you there, ask you questions, then they transfer you to the county jail. Where you go to court at, get sentenced, trial, stuff like that.
Okay.
So they had me at it's like a precinct.
Right.
Precinct. That's what they call it in Birmingham, a police precinct.
Right.
So it's we're just talking. It's there's charges involved. We're just talking. Yeah. You're not under arrest.
No. I was I'm under arrest.
Oh, okay.
I'm under arrest. And they want me to tell, and I ain't telling. So now they sent me on to the county jail where I get booked in at the county jail where they fingerprint you at and everything and put you in a cell. So that's when I went to the county jail. When I went to the county jail, I called my lawyer. Huh?
Go ahead. Not floor. That's when you made it. Okay.
Yeah. So that's when I went to the 9th floor. The valley.
All righty. I get you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
now your bond's been revoked.
Jail.
Your bond's been revoked. Sorry. From the
I ain't got no bond.
The bond you were already on for the violent offenses they're revoked. Yeah. You're in there. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Okay. Until trial.
Lock bond.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Lock bond.
Gotcha.
So now my lawyer, I call my lawyer. He comes straight up there. He comes straight to the county. He walk in there, they call me out for a lawyer visit. So they call you out your cell, you go in a little room, you sit down with your lawyer, with your attorney. He said, man, you all over the TV.
They had you everywhere.
He said, man, how we gonna go to trial like this? He said, we can't go to trial. He said, we can't go to trial like this. He said, man, they got you on TV like John Gotti.
In Birmingham, he's 22, FYI. This is crazy.
Wow.
So he said, I'm gonna get you a deal. So I said, okay. Like I said, I still ain't agreed to no deal, for the time. When I say a deal, I mean a time, the time that I'm gonna get. He gonna come to me with 20 years, a split, or whatever he come to me with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, man. So I said, man, I still want to go to trial. So he like, man, you out your mind?
No, we're taking a deal.
He said, man, yeah. So we end up the day of the trial. The day of the trial.
The
Just
trial of
the
which
trial.
one? Which one? The attempted murder?
Everything.
They put it all together?
All of it together.
Yeah,
all of it together now.
they're going
all
for
of it
broke
together.
at this point, right? They're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
get you on all of it.
Everything.
Okay.
Everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this everything. So I get there. So he said, listen. He said, don't take this to trial. Because I still ain't made my mind up to accept no kind of time. He said, if you take this to trial, we lose, you looking at 3 life sentences. He said, I'm telling you what they're going to give you. They're going to get you 3 life sentences. My lawyer is begging me. So I'm in the courtroom. My mama was the only person there with me. My mama.
God
They
bless
take
her.
me and my mom in a little room with my lawyer. He come in. He said, listen. He said, please don't do this. They got 20 years on the table. So I like. He said, you can get out. He said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have it where you can get out in 5 years. That's a blessing within itself right there. That's
Absolutely.
God already working.
You just didn't realize it yet.
Everything that I did, all this stuff that I did, you know what I'm saying, attempted murders, get busted, taking money from companies, taking money from this and
You're
that.
very lucky. That was God. You are correct.
It was favor right then. And so I'm like, my mama is the reason why I took it. My mama said, listen, she told my lawyer, let me talk to him. She said, baby, take that time right there. It's a possibility you're going to get out. She said, take that time. You strong. You my baby, and I know you strong, and I know you're a man. She said, take that right there. Possibility you're going to get out. So that's why I took that time that I got.
And again,
because
remember,
of my mom.
you are her baby. You are her youngest. You are her baby. And bless her. God bless her.
Yeah,
God
thank you
bless
so
her.
much.
Feel any different about that decision 20 years later?
I mean, it was the right decision.
Absolutely.
It was either that, it was either take that or 3 life sentences. They was gonna give me the life sentences were gonna come by. It wasn't gonna come from the white collar. That really don't carry no time for real. Yeah, it's gonna come from them attempted murders. They're gonna give me a life sentence for each person I shot. Plus, I get busted, so they got all this other stuff going. I got all this other stuff going on. So now that kind of up and we're gonna give him the max. We're gonna give him life.
Right.
Times 3 if he take it to trial. So
this bothers me because you're entitled to a fair trial with a jury of your peers. But it does seem there's this resistance to actually provide that.
Yes. And I also have paperwork from all of this right here. I can show it now, but I got my time sheets and everything where y'all can really see all my charges, everything I was charged with, how much time and everything. So
we can throw that
how
in
it
here.
happened.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I got everything, all my paperwork, I got all that. And I ended up doing 5 years and I got out.
Whoa.
Yeah. I did 5 years.
Whoa.
I got out. When I got out,
So
me and the girl, like,
you got out.
go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were not expecting this plot twist.
Yeah. Listen to this. So I did 5 years. My
Scott,
girl, she did 2 years, 2 years and 6 months. 2 years and 6 months. She didn't do 3 years. She
right.
did 2 years and 6 months. So she was already out. And when she got out, she was coming to see me on my job while I was in prison. Like the Alabama Solution documentary, I'm at work.
I work in Department of Sanitation. Everything in the community. I work in Department of Sanitation. Everything in the community. Downtown Montgomery. They got inmates working there. Downtown Montgomery. Even the governor mansion where KI been. Even the governor mansion where KI been. KI being so afraid of prisons being so dangerous. KI being so afraid of murderers being so dangerous. And all you got a group of that's walking around your mansion every day. Well, you got a group of them that's walking around your mansion every day. I have a clear record, and every time I go up for parole, they deny my parole. Every time I go up for parole, they deny my parole. To work in the community, they trust me. They don't trust to work in the community. They get out and go home to my family. Grant me parole. They get out and go home to my family.
And when they paying me $2 a day to operate a loader truck, jobs like that. So
Out
she
in the
was
public.
pulling up. It's for the city. That's for the city of Decatur.
That's slavery.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely slavery.
This is in your first 5 years. What prison were you at? The same prison, or how many? Let's go back real quick. In those 5.
So the first prison I went to was Ventures. So Ventures Correctional Facility. And when I got there, you know, the way the prison system work in Alabama, you know, it worked like cities. You know, you got the gangs, and all this stuff right here. But you know, it's still mostly like a city thing. And where I'm from, Birmingham, you know, we like the deepest. So it's a lot of guys from Birmingham in the prison system in Alabama, a whole lot. We be the deepest in every prison you go to in Alabama. And so when I got there, so I had homeboys there, plus the news paper clipping of me and everything that they took from it was floating around the camp. So when I got there, dude, like, man,
they already
that's the whole part right there. Yeah, they already know. You know.
Wow.
We get information real fast. Even though, you know, guys incarcerated, we get information. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause dude, we keep our ears to the streets too. So they were like, man, that's goddamn, man, that little young dude, man, who in the newspaper right there. So then I had homeboys there from my neighborhood too. You know what I'm saying? That was
people
actually there with
you
me.
knew.
Yeah, they just ended up going to prison before me. So, you know, my name was already ringing. So these 3 guys, man, I'ma name these 3 guys because these 3 guys is they legends, you know what I'm saying? Samuel Stanton, that was one of my OGs. They call him Fat Sam. A lot of people call him Dollar Bill. They also call him Dollar Bill. May he rest in peace. Very good dude. He was another guy that been through a lot. He was older than me and changed his life. And you know, he was going to school and helping the youth, helping the community. He was a good dude, you know what I'm saying? And may he rest in peace.
I'm sorry.
Him, Lamar Gibson. You know, that's another one of my OGs. Good dude, you know, a legend in the city of Birmingham. And Freeman Smith. There was another guy, one of my OGs out my neighborhood, man, he rest in peace. Freeman was another guy, you know, a legend. And but them 3 guys, when I got the Ventures, them 3 guys got me. They said, hey, come here. We already know who you is. We already know your story. They set me down And this right here is not happening no more in Alabama prison system, where you got OGs that's solid and sit you down. They teach you what not to do, how to make it through, where you won't get killed, where you
Right.
won't get, more time than you already got, and you end up spending the rest of your life in prison.
Right.
It ain't going
It's not
on no
like
more
that
for
no
real,
more.
because the them young guys, they got their mind made up of how they want to move. So
I mean,
they
you
don't
spoke
listen.
about that. You spoke about times.
Yeah.
You did it in episode, or if it might not have been in episode 1, it's been on, lives on TikTok or something. But you spoke about that to us about, you getting a group of young men that have come in and trying to teach them and don't do this and don't, and they don't listen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the reason why I was doing it, because I was one of the ones that's how they did me. So these three guys set me down and they told me what not to do, how to move, get your education. You here, you got time, so get an education. Go and take some programs. Everything you do. So that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay. So I was hanging with them every day. I was hanging with
for
them
the
every
first
day.
5 years.
This
later
only
on.
was from 2002. This for 2 years.
2 years, okay.
There for 2 years because I got transferred. So for 2 years, you know what I'm saying? We and then they doing the same thing. They taking programs, educating themselves. They doing it too.
Right.
So I went to doing that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so and Venturous, back then, when I tell you, them officers at Venturous, listen. The first thing I witnessed when I got there was some officers beating a guy named Reggie to death. He didn't die, but they broke his ribs. They broke this man. Man, listen, they beat this man so bad. This man ain't show no kind of harm to the officers.
Aggression.
It was just some talk. He didn't
So
he
they
didn't
beat
show
him
no
for
kind of
running his
aggression.
mouth, pretty much, in their opinion.
Yeah, they just was. But then this officer, you feel like since you got that authority, he called bag up, man, they break this man ribs, and that's the first thing I seen with officers beating a person.
And you witnessed it.
And so, yes. That's the first thing I seen. And then after that, Lord have mercy, it was common. Venturous Correctional Facility should have been in the Alabama Solution.
And
how
it
them
wasn't?
officers were beating inmates. No.
The Venturous wasn't even put in the Alabama. Okay.
It should have been, but we gonna cover that.
Oh,
So Venturous, man, listen, you ask anybody who ever been to Venturous back then, these officers were beating you to death. The women. Go ahead. What'd you say?
The women what?
The women. You got women there they got a real messed up attitude. You know what I'm saying? Because of their position.
Sure.
They got a real messed up attitude. And if they feel like you say the wrong thing to them, they gonna call back up. These officers gonna put you in handcuffs. And the women officers, they gonna hit you while you in handcuffs with their stick in your head. In your head. And I'm gonna name 2 officers because these names never left my mind.
You know their names? Still? You
Officer
remember?
Officer Pullum and Officer Ward. These 2 men that I'm talking about right now. I ain't talking about the women no more. I'm talking about two men.
Okay. Ward and Pullman.
Man, these guys, I seen these guys beat dude, not just them 2. It was a whole lot more other 2 adventurous. And the warden there that allowed all this to happen was one Giles.
Warden Giles?
He was a tall one Giles.
Giles.
Yeah.
Is it part of the social construct of a prison, Or is this a leadership issue? Like, how does this get to be so
Both.
pervasive? Both.
Both. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, both. They designed one job tell this officer any kind of problem you have with an inmate, beat their ass. And we had a correctional officer in Alabama Solutions saying the same thing. How what they told him. And that's in the Alabama Solution. So I'm telling you by experience, this what one job tell us also beat, and that what they was doing it, and they went all in the chow hall. Man, Lord have mercy. While you trying to eat your food, these officers come in there. You got an extra tray? Take them out there, beat them up.
Did it ever
Jump
happen?
on 'em. It was bad. It was bad adventures.
At this point, did it ever happen to you?
It
Adventurous.
didn't. Nah.
Okay.
No.
Wow.
No,
God bless.
no.
How did it not happen to you?
Well, I ain't never put myself in no kind of predicament to argue with the police and to talk crazy to them and all that stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? Then, like I said, I was so known, then the article going around. And then I'm gonna tell you another thing. When they see you got family support,
They don't bother you.
Okay.
when they see you got somebody on the outside, they're gonna file some lawsuits on their ass for them jumping on you and beating you like that. You know, not saying, you know what I'm saying, like, because it'd be a lot of folks with family support that still get jumped on like that. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
it was just God. It was just only by God. I wasn't, the type of dude. And then I was, like I said, I was educating myself when I first went to prison. I was trying to get out. I ain't had time for all that other stuff. Even though
You're
I was in the
focused.
game.
You're focused.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, I was trying to get out of prison. I mean, I ain't finna be trying to fight the police and all that old stupid. I ain't saying they stupid, because a lot of them incident was happening when the inmate, it was because the police initiated all that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Is
But
it
that's
still like
the
that
first thing I
today?
witnessed.
Is
Yes.
Venture still known for
Yeah.
this today? Is it the same? It's not the same warden,
Yeah.
or is it?
Nah, they end up getting rid of him. But a guy just got killed at Ventress, and we gonna pull this up right here. I think it was a few years ago. A few years, not that long now, but a few years. It was an incident that happened where a female officer, said the guy was masturbating off her. And she called back up. Officers came, and the guy was from Montgomery. He was from Montgomery. They beat this man to death and they killed him at Ventress.
I'm looking it up.
And you probably should be able to find that right there.
And I believe I've even heard news reports about that particular.
Yeah.
I think so
situation.
too. Okay, we'll pull that one up too, and we'll put it up.
Yeah.
For
the
blown, right? Well, there's so many of them. There's one every year at least.
2015,
It's still going
2023,
on.
Right.
2014.
That's why.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. This Ventress was bad.
Yeah.
It needed to be exposed.
Yeah.
It does.
Because
when you spoke, I'm sorry, when you just spoke about the lawsuit, say the family didn't, most of the time they wouldn't mess with you if they knew you had a lot of family that was involved, because they didn't want them lawsuits. But they're really not afraid of much lawsuits all the time, because guess who pays for those lawsuits? No. Danny, who pays for
the governor?
The state of Alabama.
Kay Ivey. The state of Alabama. The governor. And then at this time, let me see who the governor was. Don Singerman?
Probably. What year?
I think it was Don. I think there was when I was there in 2002. Who the governor was of Alabama in 2002? Yeah, man, this is pathetic.
Yep,
man.
it was Don Singerman.
This the first Don Singerman. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So prime example, you know what I'm saying? And that what was going on. And Ventures need to be exposed. Ventures, all that dirt they was doing at Ventures, killing folks, beating them to death, they need to be exposed. We gonna expose them too.
Agreed. And Bob Riley was elected in 2002. He beat Don Siegelman. Don Siegelman had been the governor.
Okay.
And it was his last re-election.
Yeah. Okay.
This Kay Ivey's last
re-election. It still was going on. Yeah, it still was going on the Don Siegelman era.
Yeah, and that was before 2002. So yeah.
and it was going on, and
Bob Riley.
Bob Riley, and it was going on. Then I think Robert Bentley after that,
And then chaos.
and then it's still going on to this day, and it got worse. It got worse.
It's got pretty bad. We're gonna go over all that, but that's just wild. But
yeah.
So you're in this.
Sometimes I wonder if governors have friends like you, Danny.
I know one
because
that might.
that's my feeling is they must be like isolated from normal everyday people, or wouldn't they have better insight into some of these situations?
Mm-hmm.
They're shown. They're shown. They have to know, and she sees. She's shown. There's a protest out there with victims' families holding up their loved ones who were murdered in prison, not just by guards, but by other inmates because of the overcrowding and such and such and such. So I mean, she knows.
Kay Ivan knows.
She
Ivan knows. She have inmates working at the governor mansion with her.
But they can't be paroled.
But they can't be paroled.
Slavery going on.
Exactly.
Under her command.
Modern day
on the property where she lives.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's disgusting.
Yes.
She's disgusting.
Yeah. So
it's been
I
way
stayed
past
at Ventures for 2 years. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then where'd you go?
I went to Airmore Correctional Facility. Airmore is right next to Montgomery, Alabama. So I went there. It was a little bit better than Ventures, but it still was the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It went as they were still jumping on inmates and stuff like that, but it was real small. It was a smaller facility. Ventures was a bigger camp, so it was a smaller camp.
That's what I was going to say.
Like I said,
it's still pretty small, isn't it? Elmore is still pretty small.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's real bad now. It's way. When I tell you, I've been in that camp 4 times. And when I tell you
Ventures
it's bad there, Elmo need to be exposed. A good friend of mine got killed there, and they laid him. He got cut in the stomach, split his stomach open, and they laid him in front of the shift office instead of calling the ambulance. They laid him in front of the shift office, and he died right there. His name was William Shepard.
You've told me about that. William Shepard, say his name. Yeah. And that was he was stabbed by another
inmate.
Right.
Yeah.
And then but the COs didn't do anything to save his life.
Nothing.
Which happens all the time too.
Nothing.
So purposely too.
So Elmo was another camp that need to be exposed for what they got going on there because it's terrible.
Do you know some people in Elmore now?
I know people at just about all the facilities. And then I can call somebody in every last one of them facilities and anything I need to know, they're gonna let me know. If I need to find somebody, I'm gonna make a phone call. They'll get them on the phone for me.
Okay.
They'll get them on the phone.
I thought so.
It occurs to me that we're all complicit in this because this is government operated, taxpayer funded, endorsed by the voters.
Yep.
This is atrocious.
It's a vicious
and it's good. It's good we got the documentary out before the taxpayers can really see.
Yeah.
Firsthand what's going on in the inside of these camps, these prisons. They not using y'all money correctly.
No,
they pocketing that money. They not putting that money back. If they were putting the money back into the prison system, you would have guys in there getting trade, getting. They had it though. They had some trades that you can get. They took all this stuff out though. It ain't nothing like it used to be. You know what I'm saying? You would have guys getting an education, had guys getting a degree. You know what I'm saying? You'll have guys getting degrees. When they come home, they got a degree, they got a trade. Now they got a way they can get a job to make some decent money to get themselves together.
Oh, we can't do that, Danny. They might have a chance.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. But they taking all the taxpayers' money, ain't doing nothing really for all of the conditions of the prison. They could have been using the money to remodel the prison that they have.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because the whole purpose of trying to build a whole nother mega prison was just to pocket more money.
It was
That's the whole
2 mega
purpose for that.
prisons. And guess what? Again,
Two.
we don't even, the state of Alabama, the citizens, the taxpayers, nobody owns it. It is leased. But they took $1 billion in it.
And you don't even own it. You spend $1 billion and you don't even own it.
And again, it's not going to, what's that going to change? Okay, so back in 2020, U.S. government, through the Department of Justice, DOJ, sued the state of Alabama Department of Corrections, okay, in December of 2020, alleging the state's men's prison violates the 8th Amendment by failing to provide constitutional adequate protection from violence, sexual abuse, excessive force, and by failing to maintain safe and sanitary conditions. The lawsuit, which is part of a multi-year investigation, accused the state of ignoring 3 unconstitutional conditions. And it goes on. So that was in 2020. So we'll talk about the outcome of it, which was nothing. Calm down. They all ignored. I got a little heated. They all ignored it and was like, you're not going to take over the Department of Corrections. Alabama's going to continue on it and do how they want. But we're going to build these big mega prisons just to try to get you off our back. Nothing's going to change. New facilities for...
Also,
nothing's going to change. It's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse.
Tell us why.
They're going to be able to hide a whole... They're going to be able to hide a whole lot of murders, rapes. They trying to cut out the guys being able to film what they doing, how they constitutional rights getting violated every day.
Right.
They trying to cut that out. They showed the prisons the new mega prisons when I was at the legislative conference in Montgomery at the State House about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
When I seen the commissioner was there, the commissioners, senators, a lot of organizations, a lot of pastors, it was deep. It was the room was full, and when I seen them put them, the commissioner put them prisons on that screen, I said, listen, it's 2-man cells for one. So now you finna have the whole Alabama prison system in segregation. You gonna come out your cell 1 hour a day. So you mean to tell me y'all finna lock everybody down? You finna put everybody in the lockup. That's a prison term, what we call it, lockup. You know what I'm saying? You go to lockup when you violate, you get a disciplinary or whatever, you go to lockup for, you know what I'm saying? You finna have the whole, and it's 2-man cells. Right. Lockup is 1-man cell, but this gonna be 2-man cell. So if you got a newcomer that's coming in the system, scary, don't nobody know you, and you in a cell with a guy, you in a cell with a guy that did 30 years, and he might not be one of the guys that's willing to help you, and he might be one of the guys that feed off the weak. So now, them type guys with that kind of mentality, they happy about this because now I can do whatever I want to do to you and hide it every day. Can't nobody see it. Them cells, they got a mirror. I'm not a little window by that, and then they got a little square. You can just cover that up. And now you in a cell with somebody that been locked up 30 years. You fresh from Kirby off the street, and now you in him with a. Come on, man.
That's another thing you were talking about when we were just exactly. There you go. That part. And you were talking about how, some kid or hell, any age comes in for an 18-month sentence for drugs or for, whatever, nonviolent. But for a short sentence, and they are already right now, still today, before we transfer them all to the mega prisons, they're already put in, pods with murderers, so forth. That was another thing while we're on the subject. Sex crimes.
Oh,
where are
it's at a
they?
high.
Mental illness. Where are they? People that have mental illness.
Yes.
Severe mental
They
illness.
in the population with everybody else.
But where are the sex crimes?
They in the yeah. Yeah. They in the population. They got it's a facility, Bullock Correctional Facility. And that's supposed to be for people, mental health and like other issues where they really can't live in a dorm with everybody else.
Right.
But Bullock one of the most dangerous prisons in Alabama because you only can fit so many in this blue building.
They don't treat it either.
So it's not getting treated. The mental health, you got not only the mental health, the mental health is serious, but what I'm saying is they mental health plus they got drugs they can use. So now you got a person with a mental health problem that's on drugs, a lot of them. So just imagine that around. Lord have mercy.
That's a big issue all over.
Never heard of. Right. I've never heard of an inmate who wanted to find drugs having a difficult time obtaining them.
You're not going to have
easier in there than it is out here.
And it's cheap too. It ain't high either. It's cheap.
So you also told, we talked about, because this is something I believe that, okay, my opinion only. I do not believe that a child rapist, a pedophile, is able to, and this is my opinion, there's studies out there that said this, and this, but in the Alabama prison system, honey, there is no reform for them. In my opinion, they can't be. Okay?
It's not.
That's my opinion. And
actually,
I might get it, but that's how I feel. If you are if you're the scum of the earth. Okay. They are taken better care of in these Alabama prisons than people like Danny that have reformed amongst a broken system that there is no reform in. People like Danny, people like Robert Earl, there's so many others, Danny's cousin. We have so many people that have reformed, and we are punished for it. But tell them about how they're treated. I know we got off subject, but I mean, this is what the podcast is about and going to be like. So,
yeah, we good. But this here will blow y'all mind.
This here pisses me off.
The rapists, it do, and me too. The rapists, you got guys messing with innocent kids, raping them. The pedophiles. Do you know they treat them better than us?
Tell them where.
They put them in the faith dorm. They call it the faith dorm. The faith dorm, the honor dorm. And it's at all the facilities. Most of them pedophiles is in them honor dorm, them faith dorm. And I'm talking about when they come through that back gate and they see that in their jacket, they put them in there. When we want to sleep in there, we change our life. We try to sleep in there to get away from the BS that's going on. And we said, man, I'm going to go on to the faith dorm because I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to make parole. We got to sign an application. And we got to wait 6 months to a year to get in this dorm. But these rapists and
in those applications, isn't it basically they won't let you in if they think you're going to hurt these sexual predators? Like they don't want to put you in there because they're afraid you're going to hurt them. They're the first to get commissary. Yeah. They're the first to eat.
Yeah. They treat these rapists and these pedophiles so good. When the store draw, the all arm in the faith dorm. They gonna eat first. For one, they gonna go when it's time for chow. They call it chow call. When we gonna eat, they gonna eat first. That dorm gonna eat first. When it's store draw, when it's time for us to get your stove, to get your food and stuff, they gonna get their food, run to get their stove first. Then they came with the snack line where you got microwave burgers and hot dogs. They gonna shit the whole run everybody off, let the pedophiles get their food first. They get their snacks first, sandwiches, and then they get to go like they have like the honor dorm like for holidays. They let them come out on the chaplain and eat, have folks to bring food in for. Man, they treat.
Unbelievable.
It pisses me off.
Well, I mean, come on. Are we talking about, was the faith dorm created for priests who are pedophiles, or was the faith dorm created as some kind of an honor system? Because somebody needs to explain, you know?
That's what I'm saying. Now, the faith dorm, you're going to have a chaplain in every facility.
Okay.
They're going to have a chaplain. That's the preacher. That's the preacher.
Right.
All right. Every faith dorm, the preacher is over that dorm. The chaplain is over that dorm. I'm not saying, I ain't saying all the chaplains, you know, is pedophiles or they rapists. I ain't saying that because I met some good chaplains. Matter of fact, I'm going to name one. And I mean, I'm not even going to name his name in this conversation right here. I name it, you know, after we get through talking about this right here.
Okay.
I'm not even going to name his name in a minute, this right here.
Okay.
But because this man is a wonderful, great man of God. And he only helped the whole prison system for over 40 years.
I can't wait to hear.
Wow.
You know, yeah. So we gonna and I got pictures with him since I've been home, and I'll show it to y'all, and I can call him right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, good man. And so we'll get to that. But I'm not gonna even name him in the midst of talking about no chaplain, pedophile, and stuff like that. Because I got But it is some that's not all the way right. It is some that's not all the way right. But
being kind.
We know some out.
I'm gonna be honest. It's some. I ain't gonna say all them chaplains messed up, but I seen some messed up chaplains too.
Right.
And we're gonna go back to Elmo because one of them was at Elmo. It was a white guy. They had 6 books.
What?
Man, they wouldn't have been a chaplain, search the chaplain. This man, they got 6 magazines.
No,
in prison.
When we talk about chaplains, are we talking about people who are hired by the prison system, or are we talking about incarcerated individuals? Oh, these are hired chaplains.
Yeah. These people not locked
Welcome
up.
to Alabama.
The chaplain not in prison. Yeah. Huh?
I said,
So we
welcome
don't
to
pay for mental
Alabama.
health services.
Yeah.
Yeah, no mental health, but we pay chaplains, and they're allowed to have contraband. This makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
And they bring them in.
This guy,
they bring the.
Yeah, they hire the chaplains.
And
the chaplain is a part of the corruption. The corruption,
right,
but
they bring in porn magazines with them into the.
When they ran. Yeah. This happened at Elmo, the chaplain at Elmo. This man had magazines and tape, sex,
pornography,
porn, and everything.
What on earth? That is.
Yeah.
Do you remember his name?
I'm so tired of.
Do you remember
people
his name?
who are allegedly men of the cloth who are posers, because really they're not men of the cloth. They are pedophiles.
That's
absolutely.
Right. That's right.
It's all it's they use God to use their faith. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
They're going straight
in or out.
And I'll
in
say
or
that.
Out of this.
Yeah. So my whole 19 years, like I said, it's only one that I say, you know what I'm saying, that was sincere. I'm talking about to the highest degree.
That's very sad.
Yeah, this man get all my respect.
That's very sad.
Yeah, but
there's only one. But I mean, I'm glad that there was
thank
at least
God
that one.
You met one.
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I have a video where an officer, she was a sergeant. It's in the shift office. It was a guy in handcuffs. He's in handcuffs and he's just standing there. The sergeant, she come in and tell him the other inmate to leave out. He leave out. When she walked back in that shift office, she slapped this man and hit him again. He hit the ground, and she went to hit him. While he on the ground.
Handcuffed.
in handcuffs. And you got 2 officers sitting at the desk, 2 male officers sitting right there at the desk, ain't did nothing. Ain't try to stop her from beating this man while he handcuffed. You know, I'm telling you, we gonna show the video. We got content. And I'm gonna send it to Misty and let Misty, you know, we're gonna put it out there.
We'll put it in
the
this.
People need to see this.
Yeah, we'll put it in at the end of this. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Right here.
And it's coming. And then, you know, this is what we're speaking on. It's coming.
Elmore wasn't mentioned in the Alabama Solution, but they will be mentioned here on the Body Count Network. And I'm sure that they just, you know, the Alabama. I mean, I praise the Alabama Solutions because it opened up my eyes.
Oh yeah, great job.
Great job. But what I'm saying is, I mean, they can only cover so much. So
that's right. They only cover so much.
We're going to continue it for
and yeah. And it was good. No, we risked our life to make that happen. You know, we risked our life to make sure the Alabama Solution documentary get out.
Absolutely.
You know, this serious. It's Lord have mercy. But it was only by the grace of God that all of us was united together to make that happen for the world can really see.
And let me tell you, they have seen it. I mean, there's a page that before we end it, and I know that we're over time, but I wanted to say this. I think it's on my phone. It is. It's on my phone. Okay. So there is a page on TikTok. There's so many amazing pages on TikTok, okay, about what's happening in all prison systems, but their focus is on Alabama right now because, again, and I'll put up the chart here, that Alabama's just look at the chart. and then you'll understand what I'm talking about, because Alabama's over not just the United States, but the entire world. The highest incarceration rate. So let me find it. Hold on and tell me just a second. Okay. It is, what was the page? It is Call for Prison Reform. I think it's Prison Reform is the name of the page. So go follow them if you're on TikTok, because they put out some amazing content. But this is kind of what we are fighting for. And I just wanted to kind of play this for a second. So hold on 1 second.
In Alabama are demanding the U.S. Justice Department intervene and put an immediate stop to, quote, Alabama's systematic denial of human and dignity rights.
The governor's office said that the demands are, quote, unreasonable.
As far as the demands, they were reasonable. It wasn't, let me go or I'm going to kill somebody, or it was just, here are some things that we'd like you to look at. And we're protesting because of that.
Go follow. There's several pages, but we all repost them, so if you're not following us, go follow us, all three of us on TikTok. But there's some amazing, they're putting some good content out about this as well, videos. And they've been really good to us, and they support us, and we all support them. But anyway, okay, so we're going to wrap up today. We're going to come out with episode 3. We got another one done. Anyway, thank you again. Signing off. This is Misty Lanier.
I'm Callie Lyons.
And I am Danny Dandridge, and this is Beyond the Crimson Wire.
Beyond the Crimson Wire is brought to you by the Body Count Network. For links to our valued sponsors and show notes, visit the Body Count Network on YouTube. The Body Count exists to empower those who are invested in the pursuit of justice, because every number has a name, and everyone counts.